when you're in the life of sales, it doesn't matter if it's real estate, mortgage, title company, you're always prospecting. So I would say always prospect.
Yeah.
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
Right now, while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
We took our notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies led Craig and I to selling more than $10 million in premium in the last 2 years.
On this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the same results.
Just go to live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
If you jump on this call with us, we're certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.
What about keeping them motivated?
Keeping them motivated. So we run like monthly, incentives, bonus incentives. They hit a certain premium or with a certain amount of policies, we give them spiffs and we increase their commission splits and things like that. So even if they come in, let's say at 70% for new business, they like in any given month, they can have 90%, which is good when you have a customer service team, handling all the back end work. As soon as they upload their application into our system, they're hands off. Our service team sends it out for signatures, make sure it gets signed, everything. So it's for them, it's a no brainer. And why wouldn't you want to get a higher commission split by just doing your job?
Right.
So we were talking about the glory days of Facebook marketing earlier, but what are you doing? Like, what do you see that's working with the agencies right now as far as marketing, just bringing in clients other than door knocking and cross selling?
Honestly, what's working for them is the referral partners. So fortunately, that's one of the things we're starting to offer to our agents is we've got like a huge network of people we already work with. And so what we do is if an agent reaches a certain production level, we actually assign them we basically give them an account, right, of a referral partner that sends consistent leads to help them grow because they've showed their commitment. They're meeting their premium production requirements with us, which is nothing. It's $200,000 a year. I mean, if you don't do that, I don't know how you're paying your bills.
Right.
But as long as they're fully committed, I'm going to help them grow, and our team is going to help them grow. And they and they show that by getting out and doing the work.
Right. How about paid lead sources?
Yeah, so we do those as well. We do cost share with some online web leads and stuff like that. We are working on another program right now internally to offer to our agents for like paid ads and things like that, like Google ads, Instagram, TikTok. We're just, before we roll that out to them, we want to make sure we have all of our processes and systems set up.
Super cool.
But I know they're going to be freaking stoked once they hear that because, I mean, that's essentially leads that they're going to pay if they want to participate, they're going to do like some sort of cost share in it because they have to have some investment.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, it's going to be a domain, we'll be able to track sending it straight to them.
Yeah. Well, if you don't pay attention. So you got to pay something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what tips do you have as far as onboarding new clients into the agency?
Phew. I mean, as far as like recruiting them at first or just once they sign the contract and get them on board?
Maybe more like from the agent perspective. Like, so your agents are onboarding the agents, right? They're bringing on new business. What sort of things do they do to help bolster the retention? Like what's the client experience like?
Yeah. I mean, so I tell every agent, like, I know this is kind of cliche, but like give them the red carpet treatment, sure. Be the Chick-fil-A of the insurance business. When Chick-fil-A, they mess up your order, I mean, they don't really ask questions. They fix it and they take care of you. So kind of the same for our agents. I want them to take care of their customers by doing that, going above and beyond for them, even if it's like, it might be a silly question for us, but there's really no silly question. If you're educating your client properly, you're giving them a value proposition for why they should do business with you, Well, people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Right.
So, I tell everybody, you cannot sell by price. If you sell by price, you live by price, you die by price every time.
Right.
So you need to sell them on yourself. Yeah.
And you reinforce the idea that it's all about price so that when they get told a better price, they're gone. Right. Like that's
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's just important. You really have to sell yourself. I mean, in case of a catastrophic event, who do they need to call? Well,
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. Ghostbusters. You want them to have your personal cell phone number at times, like say, hey, I'm going to give you my personal cell phone number, but this is for emergency only. Like your house is burning down, not, hey, I need to update my billing information.
Does that work?
I would not do that because they would call because of their billing information.
Well, hey, that's why you give them your office number. You just let them know it's your cell phone, all right?
I mean, I just had a friend text me that he wanted to meet to talk about the insurance. I said, I don't even know how to log in, buddy. You better talk to my office manager. And I kicked him over to my office manager.
There you go.
So they can't even call the office to talk to me.
Yeah, hey, I mean, when I give people, when I give them the cell phone, it's really the direct line to the office. If it rings more than 3 times, it goes to our CSR team. So
yeah,
right. But it does text, so it seems like
exactly right.
Seems like it's me.
Right. Eventually, they'll catch on to that trick that it's not just
right.
You get text from your office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As far as client retention, how are you handling that? How are you helping retain more clients for your agencies?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm sure every agency is struggling with that right now with all these price increases. I feel like we always have price increases, right? But I feel like now more than ever, it's really hitting people.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some of our biggest carriers pulling out of markets because their profitability is getting demolished. And
who would have thought there would be repercussions for printing $4 trillion?
Right. I know. I wouldn't have thought that ever.
I'm in California and our captive. None of the agencies in California can raise rates, but
wow.
Yeah. So none of them everybody's at a deficit in making money. So now they're limiting how many policies can be brought in. So they're like doing all kinds of wackiness out here. So I love a good rate increase. We could use a good 40%. We can only go up 6.9% every year, or every filing, which takes a year or two. 6.9, dude.
Why did you pick that?
We a child came up with
Oh yeah, it's like my teenager
came up with that number.
My teenager
and put a
came
dot
up with
in between so that
right.
So
that it's okay.
Somebody with the state government came up with that.
Right.
They're like, why'd you pick that? Oh,
I don't know.
You realize
same people that were managing the supply chain over there.
Yeah.
Right. Supply chain disruptions.
Man. But yeah, so to manage the retention, to answer that question, man, we proactively reshop our clients 45 days out because pretty much it's expected everybody's rates going up. So we just reach out to them and we're proactive about it, saying, hey, listen, rates are going up everywhere, every state, and we just want to make sure that you're aware of this, but we're going to do our best to keep your coverages the same or better and get your rate down to as low as we can, honestly, for the same coverage as you have now. We're not going to sacrifice coverages for that because we want to make sure you're protected. As I would say, you want to protect your fortress. That's all your assets. That's where we come up with Fortreator. It's Fortress and Gladiator combined.
Oh,
nice.
Fortreator.
Yeah, so that's what we tell all of our agents and our service team to just notify clients ahead of time so there's no surprises.
Love it.
It's interesting, like there's a big opportunity in that where you really keep the client captive, which is an interesting term for that because
I see what you did there, Mr.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But so I'm curious what is the retention like in your whole world there?
Yeah.
At Fortreator. See, I just couldn't get across the goal. Fortreator.
There you go. Perfect. Right there.
So where I don't even know what was I talking about. What is the retention there? It has to be significantly higher. Like once you get somebody into your ecosystem, I mean, you have them in there, right? Like, whereas here it's like it's a ping pong between captain. It's like we have it, then they get mad, they go over there, but then they get it, then they come back, and it's just like bouncing back and forth, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, so overall, our agency is at 98%.
That's freaking crazy. I mean, once they're in, they're in.
Once they're in, they're in.
You have to go burn their house down and tell them sorry, not covered, and that's when they leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a great response. That was a real response right there.
98.
That was awesome.
Oh,
it's
so
true,
good.
man. It's 98, man. It's crazy.
But wild.
Craziness. Well, besides listening to this podcast, how do you keep yourself motivated, Zach?
I can't think of any other way, really.
Man, I don't know, guys. If I didn't listen to this, I wouldn't be motivated. No,
I understand.
coffee.
I get it. Yeah.
Coffee.
Drink coffee, and
What about this?
man, I wish I could have that. I'm caffeine sensitive, which is why.
There's no caffeine in Monsters.
Never. I think it's because I had too many in college, and it destroyed my
affected
body.
you? Yeah, great. Maybe I need to stop. Every time I open a Monster in the presence of my wife, she gets mad. Like,
yeah. She just starts boiling.
She says, if you have a heart attack, I am not taking care of you. So
that's exactly what my wife says.
Really?
Now, here's the thing. Yes, 100%. That's exactly.
She goes, I'll be gone. That's it. So I'm like, well, good.
Yeah.
Take a sip of my Monster.
That's
all I have to do is drink Monsters.
Hey, she has life insurance. She's not worried.
That's
right.
true.
She has a lot of life insurance, my friend.
There you go. That's
She is definitely worth a lot dead.
Normal people might have one a day or a couple a week.
Uh-huh.
How many do you have a day, Craig?
3 or 4. Unless it's stressful.
And for 97, you shouldn't have that at 97.
No, you should.
Oh, that's why you look less than 97.
Yeah. Keeps you looking young.
I have to say this, Craig. You might be at high risk for a heart attack.
Really? No.
With 3 or 4 a day.
My blood pressure is great. My heart rate's good. It doesn't affect me.
Man, I'm jealous. I'm kind of jealous with that.
It actually kind of mellows me out. Except my legs are bouncing right now.
That's a good $8 a day right there.
No, you get it by the case from Amazon, and they're only $35 a case for 24.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And they deliver it. Yeah.
Nice.
that's fantastic.
Value.
Yeah. Go to the comments and you can click on my link to Amazon for Monsters. I'm just kidding. There's no.
He gets $1.50 per case.
Yeah. I get a free case.
So Zach, what do you see as the biggest challenge that's affecting all of our agencies really in the next few years?
Ooh, man.
Besides Craig.
Yeah. Besides Craig and
Besides me.
and rate increases. I would say the direct to consumer market. I know there's a lot of data and statistics on it. It's very low. It's like 8-10% of the market, right? So, but I see that with the younger generation coming up, as much as they use social media and handheld devices, it's going to naturally go towards all digital.
Right.
Right. So I think that in order for us to stay relevant, we need to be doing things like this. We need to be doing more, adding more value to the carriers to let them know that we are valuable assets for them, so they don't transition to just all digital and get rid of the agents, because there's nothing more valuable than an agent who actually educates your clients. Whereas even with these insurtechs coming up, right? I mean, they're explaining all the coverages and what people are getting. So it's becoming tougher. It really is, because I don't need an agent to explain it. They're telling me right here.
That's what they say, and then they call you and ask, "Hey, can I ask you a quick insurance question?"
Exactly.
Oh, you're gonna have to talk to Jazz. I don't know anything about that.
So I think it's about staying relevant in the marketplace.
Sure, absolutely.
So like, as that happens, like what are some ways to add value?
Yeah.
Well, doing stuff like this, doing stuff like podcasts, and doing community outreach for the communities, and showcasing your carriers that you work with that are your strong partners, right? So you're not only adding value to them by doing marketing, but you're literally marketing their brand everywhere you go, whether it's for charity events, nonprofits, your community outreach to your neighbors, and giving candy out for Halloween, and just throwing cards with their names on it, just the kids. Who cares? I mean, the kids will bring that home and the parents will see it, right? So it's just about being creative in the marketplace and marketing yourself. And as Grant Cardone says all the time, be omnipresent in the marketplace. So don't just be on here on the podcast, market yourself everywhere. Because if you don't market yourself, no one else is, which is what you guys have done a great job. I mean, Jason, you and Craig, I mean, I'm sure that's why y'all started a podcast, right? Other than you like to hear yourselves talk.
That's a big part of it. That's for sure.
I don't like to hear Jason talk, but I do like to hear myself talk.
Right. That's why we stumble all over each other, is try to steal the mic.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, ours is interesting because we started it because we weren't blowing it up necessarily. And we wanted to talk to all the big agents and get the information and then get that out to people and, have really good ideas for agents so they could crush it. And we didn't really have any set product or goal or anything from it, just to learn, right. And apply it in our agencies. And then when we started doing well in the agencies, then of course everybody came out and asked, how are you doing it? And then we had a product, right? Then Telefunnel was born. So
for sure,
that was fun. Yeah, there you have it. And all of a sudden, then there's awards, right? So
exactly.
It's backwards. It was the opposite direction. So as we wrap it up here, what would your number one recommendation be to any agent that's joining this world and wants to freaking, is all excited and doesn't have any level of skepticism or cynicism,
Yeah.
They're fresh and they're ready to go. What do you tell them?
Man, I'd tell them honestly that if we're going with ForTreator or just in general in the insurance.
Just in general, coming into the world.
I mean, be ready for a grind. It's every day is a new day, and you got to, this is a grind. This is sales. You know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, when you're in the life of sales, it doesn't matter if it's real estate, mortgage, title company, you're always prospecting. So I would say always prospect.
Yeah.
And by doing that, it's staying relevant in the marketplace and using some type of platform, if not all the platforms available, so people will know who you are.
Yep. Love it.
Awesome. Zach, thank you so much. You've gone the distance with us.
Awesome.
Anything you'd like to tell us about ForTreator or anything else that you're doing? Anybody that wants to get a hold of you, pimp your stuff.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so I'd say, with ForTreator Insurance, we have some patent pending software that we're working on right now. So I can't go into too much detail on it until we announce it. But essentially what it allows independent agents to do is from quote to bind. They can do it in less than 2 minutes in our software.
Wow.
And it's going to be huge, game changer. So if you want to reach out to us, fortreator.com. You can go to the Become an Agent page and fill out our lead form on there, or hit me up on Instagram at zach.farris or LinkedIn. And I'm on Facebook as well. We're getting a TikTok. We gotta stay relevant, right? So gotta get TikTok.
Not touching that thing.
You might see me in a penguin costume early.
Maybe.
Yes,
that's what you have to do.
Yeah,
it's the required first video.
That's better than a slug costume.
Yeah. All right, I'll be sure and shoot you that video over when
let's do it. I love it.
Awesome, Zach. Right. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you taking your time and jumping on.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
Craig.
Hey, what are you still doing here?
Well, while you're still here and while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
Yeah, if you weren't listening before, we took notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies did help Craig and I write over $10 million in premium in the last couple years.
And let me tell you, on this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the very same results.
Again, that's live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
And if you jump on with us, we are certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.